Welcome back to another episode of For the Record. I'm Dwayne.
I'm Hope.
Today we got a show for you today. It's going to be a little different. We want to talk about the shirt we are wearing. It says Sucka Free. What's Sucka Free?
I am so excited for this episode.
Yes, I have been waiting.
Finally it's here, right? Mm-hmm. We've been doing a lot of personal transformation in our life in the last 2 years. And this was the shirt that God gave us the idea for. Sucka Free. So we know like years ago in hip hop, it's so important. Mm-hmm. But for us today, it's still important. So for me, Sucka Free is making a personal commitment every moment of the day to get away from all things toxic.
Exactly.
And boy, I can't wait to get to the personal stories because I got one for you.
Hey, that is exactly what it is. It's a choice.
It's a choice.
It's a choice. It's a mindset to live sucker free from negative people, free from negative family members, free from negative situations.
Negative lifestyle.
Negative lifestyle. And that's very important too, because sometimes our lifestyle could be negative or something that we do, that's not bringing any positivity to our lives. And it's actually giving us like this, maybe it's the depression, maybe it's procrastination or this uneasy feeling.
I want to go back to when you said depression, because if you're not living sucker free and staying sucker free, you will go into a depression, because a lot of times we are so, as human beings, period, and especially the time we're living in, is so much happening financially, family wise, economics, right? It's just so much going on that people are falling into a depression. Which is why so many people are into seeing therapists and doing yoga and going to treatments, because a lot of people don't know how to be sucker free. Yeah,
I mean, and these are triggers, what it makes called triggers. Things that trigger you should stay away from.
And people.
Let me give you an example for my first, not really first insight into being sucker free, but I remember, I would say about 10 years ago, I have a friendship that kind of ended after,
y'all didn't know each other since six years old.
Yeah, since elementary school. I'm always giving this person a pass, was always giving this person a pass. A whole friend circle knew, we were friends, but it was just something about this person.
They were a liar. That
was not genuine. They like to lie a lot. I don't know if they like to lie a lot, but they did. They lied a lot. But we dealt with it because we knew how to see through it, right?
Correct.
But as you get older and your life start to change, and you like I got married to the love of my life, right?
Yes.
And when you not leave friends, but when you start a new life,
right?
People don't like that. Sometimes they don't like it.
Sometimes they're jealous.
Sometimes they're jealous. And when you start making up lies on me, then that's it. You get what I'm saying? Even though you've been lying all your life.
Right.
But at that point, I was like, nah, I can't deal with this.
Now it's personal.
It's personal.
Right.
But at some point, at a point when you get grown, you can't deal with all the lies. You cannot deal with negative people or somebody that is in your space that is not there to do you good.
Correct. And there's nothing wrong with moving on, right?
No.
And there's nothing wrong that you got married to your love of your life. It's when he started making lies about our life together that he had no clue about. Yep. And like you said, when you're growing up, no problem. It was never personal. Now he's bringing your name into his lies, and that started to affect us a little bit. Yeah. And so when you see things starting to affect you, you got to make a choice. Do you keep on going because it's, we know how he is, or do you make the change you made?
And that's the thing. A lot of times we live with this. I'm going to use the word trauma. We live with it. And it's like, it's uncomfortable, but then we allow it to be comfortable because we have a choice to move on.
We adjust to it.
We adjust to it. But here's the thing. I was like, I'm not going to do it. So I had a conversation, told this person how I felt. And I was like, I can't deal with this friendship no more.
Correct.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you the weight that was lifted, because it was like, man, I'm cutting off a friend after 40 years. You get what I'm saying?
But have you been depressed since?
No. That was like a weight that just was shedded just like that.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Yes.
My mind is like, it was like I can't even describe how clear that was at that time, that there are some steps that I need for personal development.
Correct.
In order to set my mind free.
I love it. I was there for it all. And to see how you handled it. I used to say, oh, you miss your friend. You say, you're like, I'm not. And genuinely, you were not. It was like you needed to take that step. Yes. Right. And for me, I have so much, but I'm going to start with the last just 2 years. And mine is more family related, right? I have by blood a sister who for many years used to say, I don't like you, I don't like your friends, I don't like your style, I don't like anything about you. And I would brush it off like, that's just what sisters say, right? But through the years, that started to weigh on me, like, why am I the only one trying to have a relationship with somebody who clearly told me they don't like me? But because it's family, I thought you're supposed to keep holding on and keep trying and make this work. I mean, hey, it's your sibling, right? It's your sibling by all things. It's no matter what, you stick with family. And what I came to learn that when I cut it off, when I let it go for real, the peace.
Yes.
The peace that I found, the peace that I gained, and especially, my family, and you know which ones I'm talking about.
I know exactly.
And you've seen the things that I've been through. Yep. And I'm not a victim, don't get me wrong, but some of you are staying in these toxic situations because it's family or because you've known somebody a long time. And I'm here to tell you, live sucker free. Don't be gullible to the things and the people in your life that are weighing you down. Right. That sometimes you want to cry, sometimes you make you angry, or when their phone rings and you see that name, you get this thing in your stomach. Yeah. I don't want that, and I don't live that way no more. I am sucker free. So whether you're a family member or if you were a friend, if I haven't talked to you, that's because it's the end. It's too much toxicity.
Yeah. What you just said. And you have to be honest. I want everyone to be honest. Have you ever received a phone call and when you saw the name of that person, you felt away? You felt uneasy, or even if they walked into a room, or even if their name was mentioned, you felt this kind of anxiety, right? Yes. So those are and then you still find a way to be around this person.
Correct.
Right? Because you feel like you have to. You don't. It's a choice.
It's a choice. You just jogged my memory. We were on assignment at a job once, right? And there was another team member who was very problematic, always talking about people, making calls after training, trying to get me involved, and they didn't like the instructor. Okay, right? You remember who I'm talking about now? I know. Yep. And so I'm telling you these things happening, and I'm on the phone with this person. I'm like, why don't you call the instructor and tell them? But they were always whispering in my ear, and I'm like, why don't you call the instructor and tell them? Yeah. And then one day we were in training, and the person walked in. And our whole body language changed. You remember now?
I remember
And the instructor pulled us into the office and said, what's going on? Anytime this person, and then I was like, well, here's what's been going on. Right. Because I have to live sucker free. Yeah. I can't keep holding this thing in. You want to know really what's going on? Here is what's going on.
Yeah. And me personally, a lot of people say I'm quiet, which I am quiet.
Very quiet.
I talk when I need to talk. But I'm not quiet, and some things that I have to get off of my chest, as they say, if I hold on to something, it does not feel good. So to that point, what you're saying, I remember that so clearly. And because the environment we were in, the body language gave it away.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? The body language gave it away, because when that person did walk into the room, you can tell the whole energy in the room had changed
for everybody.
Yeah. And people are now into energy. You hear people talking about the vibration, the vibe. The vibe is off, and I refuse to attend any event, any meeting, anything where I know the vibe is going to be off.
Exactly.
Of course, sometimes you don't know, but if you do know, you're like, oh, this person's going to be there.
I'm not going.
I'm not going. No. Especially, okay, let's say, for instance, we were invited by a friend. That person was invited. You were invited. The person that gave you the invitation really wants you to attend.
Right.
Right. I would show up for that person. But
definitely.
I would try to avoid the person that gives me that type of vibe.
Yeah, at all costs. Because when you choose to live sucker free, the mind changes. Your physical chemistry in your body changes. I didn't realize, like, I was physically sick for a long time being around those group of people for so long. I mean, drained. My body was literally drained.
All right, so you're talking about this religious organization that we were a part of.
We were with a religious organization, and the stress that came with it, and it was not comfortable. It was not a happy place. It didn't feel like where Jesus was. It was always like fighting. You know, I was fighting within myself,
right? Because
something wasn't right.
Yeah, it was a religion for one. It was a religion one, and the religion was not as we came to find out, geared towards God.
Right, and when you're not serving the Most High, the real Most High, you get this wrestling on the inside. And I knew I had separated from Jesus being with this group of people, this religious group of people. And so we made a decision 2 years ago with the direction of the Holy Spirit. It's time to go. It's time for y'all to live sucker free. Yeah. It was time to go.
And then with that being said, in that instance, being sucker free meaning leaving a job that paid quite well.
Very well. 6 figures.
6 figures per person.
Per person.
You know, you and I made, yeah. So that's how important it is to live sucker free. You know, if you want to trade your energy for money, then that's on you.
Yeah.
Because you could go, show up to a job that you hate to go to every day
just because of the money.
You get what I'm saying? Just because of the money, you're selling your soul.
And for those who know, we didn't sell our soul for money.
Oh no,
right? No. Again, in the very beginning, you think you're doing what is right. You know, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, you think you're doing and going in the right direction, and then things change, and you realize, okay, why all these perks are good? I need some peace.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care if you're working at Kinko's or Apple. I don't care where it is.
You could be the CEO of your company, and you might have to say, I can't do this no more. My peace is being taken. It's about peace.
Yes.
And we know this because so many people, again, are seeking therapists.
Yep.
I had one, which helped us get to this point, right? You seek out the spa. You know, you want to always be around certain people so you can talk about what's going on in your life. We are seeking, human beings now are seeking so many different ways to de-stress, and it's not just stress; it's the people.
Yeah,
it's the people in your life. It's the relationships you're connected to, and now it's time to take a step back and evaluate and say, "Am I living sucker free?"
That's what I'm saying. It is a purposeful mindset to have, because, like as you said, we a lot of times reach out to these externals, the spa, maybe to get a massage,
the therapist.
We read the word, which is the most helpful. You get what I'm saying?
The word of God is what help us find out to be sucker free.
John, was it 8:33? 8:36. John 8:36. Yeah, and he came to set us free.
Yes.
And we are free indeed.
We are free indeed. Yep. We also want to let you know that's a shirt that we have as well if you're interested. Let me share, though, what I did, because people want to know, well, how did you become sucker free? I started practicing gratefulness, right? I stopped looking at everything and everyone around me and saying, no, they're the problem, they're the problem. And while they were, I had to take control of myself. And so every morning I say, okay, I may not have a mother, right? Yep. But I have my husband. I may not have this, but I have that. And I learned to be grateful for what I have. And that started my walk into the life of being sucker free and staying sucker free, because it's not about the externals all the time. No. You have to start within.
Exactly. And what I do is when I get up every morning, I get up about 4 every morning, and that helps me set the tone for the day. It seems like if I get up any later than that, and I'm kind of in a rush. So when I do get up, I have time, to pray, read the Bible, plan my day.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And that's important because a lot of times being in this sucker free mindset, it's not always about people.
No.
You know, it's about handling your business as well.
Yes.
The word sucker free means free from if you have a problem with procrastination, if you have a problem with envy, envy and, looking at other people.
Yeah.
If you have a problem with gossip, it's a whole thing. And that's why you have to read your word, because that will help you with the day that you're going to have. And also it changed that mindset,
Correct.
because you can blame people all day, but you yourself could be a sucker. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It starts from the inside.
Yeah.
You have to stop and say, what's going on with me? Where did I develop these habits? Are they cultivated? Are they hereditary? It's so much you have to do to live to get to the point where you say, I want to live a sucker-free life. I don't care where it started. I don't care how long it took me to get here, but now I'm going to live sucker-free. And we even have a Facebook page called Sucker-Free The Boss Move. Yep. And we are asking all of you to go there and put a comment and say, how did you become sucker-free? Are you living sucker-free? Do you want to know how to live? Whatever it is, share with us how you are living a sucker-free life. Yeah, and again, we drop it in the comments. What are you sucker-free from? It could be I'm sucker-free from this diet. Okay. I'm sucker-free from alcohol. Mm-hmm. Those are some things you can. It encompasses a lot. So much. And again, personal relationships are very important, but you have to have genuine relationships. Say that word.
Genuine relationships.
Genuine.
There is no need to hold on to someone that's been around maybe all of your life, but you're not growing. They're not helping you grow. They're not even praying for you. There's no value.
The only thing you still have in common is that you know each other.
That's it.
And when you get together, you're gonna gossip, you're gonna drink, you're gonna just party. There's no positive connection there. That's you have to get rid of those type of relationships as well. Yeah. Please don't get us wrong. We're not on here like, oh, we don't need nobody. Yeah, we need people. Jesus had his disciples, right? We are Bible believing Christians, so we know we need people. Yeah. But what we also learn from the word is that if they're negative, don't be around them. Yeah. Because what is it in Proverbs? Good. What is it? Bad company corrupts good character. Yeah. We're going to fact check that. But yeah, that's the thing. We're not saying to not be around people, but you have to know when you should change your circles. Yes, your circles. Your circles need to change. If every time you and your group get around each other and you're not talking about, hey, let's start a business. How can we improve our family? Let's pray together. Travel. Yeah, let's travel. I mean, whatever it is, it cannot be more of the same all the time. That's living a sucker-free lifestyle when you and the friends that you do have are building together. Yes, you're building a community. You're building a community. A genuine, authentic, safe community. Yeah. Then when you leave that room, you're not worried about somebody gossiping about you. When you leave that room, you know that the people in that room are going to be praying for you. Correct. When you leave that room, you know that your conversations are protected. Correct. You get what I'm saying? Oh, believe me. Back to the relationship I was talking about earlier with the family member. I remember that family member when I said, you know what? This too much. I love you. I'm going to pray for you. Don't pray for me. Oh, yeah. Don't pray for me. Then we really don't need to be in contact, because I need and I want and I desire family and friends who love the Lord Jesus, who read their Bible, is going to keep me in prayer, right? Because the world we're living in, I don't know what else. Who else you would want in your life? Yeah, it's wild. And as entrepreneurs, it's important to live sucker free as well. Oh yes. One thing that you have an advantage, entrepreneurs, listen to what I am saying. Yes, we are in business to make money, but you have a choice of who you do business with. An example: there was this one client, potential client, went to go meet this person, right? It was just a negative energy from day one. From the first word spoken, like
you called me. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, you called me.
Yeah, so we did the walkthrough with this person. I mean, the whole time you asked them a question, act like they didn't want to answer. They acted like they knew more than we did, which we were the professionals. And then in the end, you know, we say, okay, I'll send you a quote, a proposal. Well, yeah, you can send it. I'm gonna see. I'll know. You know, what do you say?
Go ahead and send it. Don't mean I'm gonna go with you.
Yeah, go ahead and send it. Does not mean we're gonna go with you.
And what did you say?
I said, fine. It's probably that you find someone else anyway. Right. And I left it at that.
That's right.
Because you don't have to deal with a person's attitude for no reason.
For no reason.
I gave that up when I became sucker free.
Sucker free. And here's the thing: if it was all about money, he would have took the job. That was a $45,000 job. But why take that and you have to deal with? And I'm gonna just say what it was: racism.
Yeah.
Like when they arrived, when you and Pop arrived to the scene, they were upset that you were black. So there's so many things to be aware of to come sucker free. We don't get caught up in all of this black and white and. We are Christians, so I don't care what color you are. I don't care where you came from. If we have mutual respect, genuine love for each other, we can build a relationship.
And here is another thing. Because we choose to live sucker free, it may seem or look different to other people.
Yes.
And this is not a shot at anybody. You know, if you're not living a life of being sucker free, it may seem like we don't care. It may seem like rude. It may seem like, I don't know what it may seem like to you, but believe me, genuinely, this is a destination that you really want to be in.
Yes.
Because when you are unapologetic about, let's say in business, giving your price.
Correct.
Unapologetic about the words that come out of your mouth. As long as it's not nothing negative.
Right. Speak on it.
That's all I'm saying. Sometimes we dance around certain things and situations to appease other people, but it's not good for me or you or the other person.
Correct. It's not healthy.
You know, say what you mean what you say.
Let your yay be yay and your nay be nay.
Yep.
Again, sucker free is Bible based.
Yes.
So let your yay be yay and your nay be nay. That's the Bible is too. Sucker free again, I was so excited we did this episode because my life has changed. And if anybody knows that, Dwayne knows that, right?
Yes.
You know, we are not just married. He's my best friend, my nurse, my therapist.
Yep.
He's seen a lot. And on camera, let me ask you, have I been living a sucker-free life?
I'm telling you, yes. And I know it's been really tough for you because some of the sucker-free life, what do you call it? Collateral damage.
Yeah.
I can't say damage, but I can see it because some family members have fallen into that collateral damage. You get what I'm saying?
Many of them.
Some friends.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? And again, to be unapologetic about who you are.
Yeah.
That's it. This is me fully. Right. If I don't feel like talking, I'm not going to talk. If I feel like talking, I'm going to talk. You know, if I feel like going, I'll go. If
I don't, I won't.
Yeah.
And when you build that community of people who genuinely love and respect you, you have those people around you. I have girlfriends that we'll text each other, hey, I'm just checking in, but right now I'm going through something. I don't feel like talking. None of us get offended. It's like, I got you. I'm praying. Let me know when you're ready to talk. And through that time we don't hear from each other, we're texting, just hearts, thinking of you.
Yep.
That's sucker free because I know and they know I didn't do nothing to you. You didn't do nothing to me. Why am I having an attitude? Right? So build genuine, healthy relationship. Build a community that you can really lean on and that they can lean on you too. It's a two-way street. It's not always just about you. Live a sucker-free lifestyle so you can help other people as well.
Yep. So again, we could go on and on about this topic. We telling you really gonna want this shirt.
Yep.
Sucker free.
Great quality.
I mean, if you are a Gen Xer, anyone in that or millennial, right? You should remember this term, right? Yes. Sucker free.
Sucker free.
You should remember it. And if you do remember it, go to our website, thebossmove.com. You can order these shirts today.
Starting
They come in
today.
black and it comes in blue, like a navy blue with white letters.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Fall is upon us. We're going to make sure we have hoodies available.
Yep.
Yeah, so go to the website. We're
Florida
ready.
hoodies coming soon.
Yep. Before we leave, I want to read something from this person I saw on Instagram. I probably agree with 5% of what this person say.
Okay.
But this thing I agree with.
Okay, before you read it,
Go ahead.
go to thebossmove.com for your shirts, and also join our community on Facebook called Sucker Free The Boss Move. We want to hear from you. We want you to join our Sucker Free community. Be respectful, but tell the truth. Hit it.
All right. So again, this person, I'm only reading this because it resonated with me.
Okay.
I don't agree with, like I say, 95% of what this person says.
You don't agree with.
I don't agree with. But it comes from Charlemagne.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah, from the Breakfast Club. So he said, I don't know if this is his thought. One thing I came to peace with in 2024 is that I do not have to. I don't have to go out of my way. I don't have to be the bigger person or try to maintain relationships. I don't have to fix everything I didn't break. I don't have to reach out to those who don't reach out to me. I don't have to support those who don't support me. I don't have to try to make everyone happy. Period.
Yo, and I don't agree with nothing he says except for that.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yep. That's powerful. Only thing I agree with him on is some music. I like
Music stuff.
Music
But that
stuff,
right
stuff.
there is, that's exactly where I am. That's exactly where I have been. And that's exactly where I'm going to keep staying, because I'm telling y'all, this peace that I have, the world didn't give it.
Nope.
And the world can't take it away.
Yep. So I'm challenging everyone that is watching this video today. Comment, subscribe to our channel, but also comment and say, what are you sucker free from? It has to be something. It's time in 2024. It's what is this, August? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's almost over.
Exactly.
It's almost over. So
Start
stand right now. Stand right now.
And be
and make that declaration to be sucker free. That's it.
Yeah, we could go on, but there's more episodes to come about being sucker free. We want to thank you for joining us today on For the Record. And again, thebossmove.com to purchase your shirt, and also join our community on Facebook, Sucker Free The Boss Move. We want to build a community with you.
All right. Thank you for joining us today. We'll talk at you next time.
Later.
We in the zone, sharing knowledge, making moves. We a microphone. For the record, we got the facts. For the record, we run the tracks. We in the business, no time to play.
Thanks
For
for
the record,
watching. Bye.